It's a crab nabber. No, it's a crab nabber with minimum 34 hit points. Sorry about that. What's up, everybody? Eric here, Tabletop Haven, coming at you with another What Did I Play? And what did I play in February 2023? Let's take a look. All right. First up, we have Friday. Friday is a solo game, Friedman Free solo game. All right. As you can see, we got an 8. Until recently, this was a 6, because I might have mentioned this in my last months. I don't remember if I played this last month or not, but I was playing the game wrong. And once I learned to play the game right, oh baby, it sings. It is brilliant. It's wonderful. So essentially, in Friday, it's a solo-only game. I think I mentioned that. What you're doing is you're trying to survive. Only Friday can help Robinson Crusoe survive the hazards of this deserted island, right? Okay, so you're flipping over a card. It's got different hazards on it. We flip over 2 cards, and you have to choose one of them that you're kind of going up against or trying to overcome. And then you have another deck of cards that you're flipping that has a variety of different strengths on it. You start the game with -1s, 0s, 1s, and like 1, 2. And then there's a number that you have to hit to try and to overcome that particular obstacle, and then if you do, you get the card. If you don't, then you suffer a certain amount of hit points. So let's say your target is 2. You need 2 strength to defeat that, and you end up with 0. You're going to lose 2 hit points. Now, how I was playing the game is you can use those 2 hit points to get rid of cards. So let's say you had a -1, a 1, and a 0. You could use those 2 lost hit points to get rid of the -1 and the 0 to help kind of cull your deck and make it more efficient. How I was doing it when I first started playing is I was saying, oh, it costs me 1 for each of those cards. So I lose 2 health, but then I have to spend 2 health in order to get rid of those cards. When in actuality, the 2 health you lose can be used towards the culling of your deck. So I was essentially taking double damage every time I failed and I was like, man, this game is impossibly hard. And I heard it was relatively difficult, but I'm like, it doesn't even make sense. It's so difficult. So, long story short, I was playing the game wrong. I'm now playing the game right, and I flippin' love it. It's probably right now my go-to solo game. You can see I've played it 10 times this month. It's pretty quick. 25 minutes that's probably right-ish. I think I might overthink things a little bit, and so especially if I'm doing well in the game, it's going to take me longer. It's probably going to take me closer to 45. If I'm thinking about my decisions and really like trying to maximize my deck and trying to ultimately win the game. I've won it a couple times. I just recently bumped up the difficulty, and I've not won it on the new difficulty, so I'm excited about that. That there is still, and I'm not even at the top difficulty. So the fact that I'm not struggling, but it's a challenge, but I can see that I can overcome it, and there's more to go after that. So this one's gonna stick around because it is a lot of fun, especially after I started playing it right. There we go. Friday. Now, next we have Guess Who. Guess Who is Guess Who. I'm not going to talk much about it. This is one I play with my children. They like to play it. It's Guess Who. And both of my kids play it. One is 7, one is almost 4, and she's starting to kind of get it a little bit. So, yep, I decided that for the purpose of these videos, the kids' games people aren't going to really care, but for me personally, like logging all the games that I play with my kids, that's time spent with my kids. I think it's important, and I think I want to have that and know that, yep, hey, I am spending time with them, and we're having fun together. So Guess Who, kids game, it's not very good, but they like it. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. This is another one I have not rated. I've played this game let's see. I think this month I've played it 5 times. I've had it on the table for 3 months. Like, it is progressively getting better and better and better. When I first started playing it, they kind of introduce you to the game, as well they should. I thought the introduction was kind of weak, and I thought the unclear rule book and just kind of I struggled with it. But now that I'm into it, and now that I'm starting to get like mid game, the missions are getting more interesting. They're doing different things and making it more exciting, and I think it's real good. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and my guess is that play number is going to go up a bunch in March. I might try and power through the rest of the campaign, in which case, I don't know how many games that is left, but I'm going to try and power through it because I really want to get to ISS Vanguard, which is my next big game that I'm going to get to the table. So Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice I think is very good. I have the retail version, cardboard standees. The Assassins have the miniatures, and then I'm perfectly fine with the cardboard standees. I think having that many miniatures that I wouldn't want to paint for just generic guards and things like that, it would take a long time. But you can look and see some of the things that people have done with this game, and it's pretty redonkulous. So, yeah, I think in the Kickstarter version they had these like towers, and like these are the spawn points, ladders. I know I did see. So you can see all the different stuff that could show up. I feel like these towers would be annoying because they would block view, and it's already a bit of a table hog, so this would being in the wrong place would make that annoying. If you're sitting over here and like, oh, what's going on back here? I don't know. But it definitely has table presence, and it looks cool. So I'm not going to fault anyone for that. Oh boy, they're all exposed. They got a... So these little red bases mean you're exposed. It means the guards can find you. You can't use your hidden blades to kill guards, so they're gonna have to fight their way out. So, yep. The game is pretty cool. Like, as far as they encourage you to stay hidden as long as possible, because once you trip the trigger and the guards are aware of you, like, a whole bunch more show up. So, very good. It's very good. Long Shot, the dice game. This one saw a lot of play at a high player count. It's a dice rolling horse racing game. It's fun. It's fun. I taught it to 6 new players. So it plays 1 to 8. It was 6 new players and myself. And it took a really long time. So, first time through, like, this 25 minutes is for low player count, your solo game, or people who know the game. But you could probably play 25 minutes with 4 players who know what they're doing. But teaching, it took a really long time. It was funny. We were laughing about it. But, it's a fun game. Like, you're just kind of... you got your horses that are running around, and then everyone has a dry erase board, and depending on what number is rolled, you're going to take an action with that particular horse. You could potentially buy it. You could bet on it if you think it's going to win, place, or show, and the different horses have different odds. Strangely, we played 4 games of this, and theoretically, if you look here, the odds for the 1 and the 2 horse are exactly the same. So 5, 4, 3. Whatever you bet is going to be multiplied by which place that horse comes in. So we played 4 games, at high player, I think it was 2 games of 8 players, 1 game of 7, and 1 game of 4. In every single game, the one horse came in first by like it wasn't even close. Won every single race, it wasn't even close. Now there is ways to manipulate the horses to go forward and backward, but it was just getting rolled, and every time it gets rolled, it moves, and so theoretically every number should be rolled the same number of times, but for whatever reason, like over the course of 4 games, one was rolled probably 4 times as much as the other number. Like, it was ridiculous. And it won, like, the first game, everyone had all their we couldn't do anything with the ones because everyone had all their stuff checked off, because you can only take a certain number of actions with 1. You can cross out the 2 concessions. You can take the helmet and the jersey, and you're making a bet. Well, once it finishes, you can't place a bet anymore, so this is not an option. And so everyone's cards were completely full, and so you have to do this like wild action down here, which is fine. But I don't know, it's just bonkers, and I don't understand how. Like, I don't understand it. I'm gonna put a different D8 in there and see if, I don't know. My only thought is its weight, because like 2 never even like showed up on the podium. And theoretically, they have the same exact odds, so it was extremely bizarre, and I don't understand it. And no one up there understood it, and we couldn't figure it out, and we were trying. So, anyway, that's Long Shot the Dice game. It's fun. It's quick once you actually get to learn it, but when you're teaching a bunch of people, it's not going to be quick, so don't expect to be like, 25 minutes. Oh, well, I'm going to invite my whole family over, and we're going to play a quick half-hour game. Nope, it's going to take you. It took us almost 2 hours. And it's the people weren't like dense. They were all new, kind of like had played some level of games, but yeah, it was a thing. Long Shot the Dice game. Oh boy, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is another one I play with my kids. This game is the worst. It's terrible. It's awful. But my daughter loves it. But oh my god, it's the worst. Don't play it. Avoid it at all costs. Operation is Operation. Another one. It's fine. My kids like to play it. The Crew, Mission Deep Sea. The Crew, I love The Crew. It's a cooperative trick-taking game. Mission Deep Sea is, I think they're coming out with another one, but this is the Quest for Planet 9 was the original. Mission Deep Sea kind of just streamlines it a bit more, makes it better. I love it. It's fantastic. Cooperative trick-taking. The Crew, fantastic. Play it at 3 players typically. Cranium Hullabaloo, it's another one I play with my kids. Got these little pads, you run around, and it's a kid's game, whatever, it's fine. Fishing Lessons. Fishing Lessons is another solo game. Button Shy. Little solo game. You got your person up here, they're looking for a particular combination of fish, so it might be like 3 S's and 2 B's. So, and then you have to use these lessons to move your fishermen around and flip cards until you get the proper combination of letters, fish letters, that they're looking for. And you can't have you can't have cards that are just doing nothing. So it's a fun little game. I like it. I think it's thinky, and there's a couple different levels of difficulty that you can do. You can make it really easy, or you can make it kind of slightly more difficult. There is a couple expansions that go along with it, that came with it, that I have not played yet, that I think I will, because the base game is fine, excuse me, but it'll work. It'll work to just throw in a little extra funsies for the game. So that's Fishing Lessons. Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is phenomenal. I have not played this in person in a while. Overall 3, trash. But Gloomhaven is... I play it online, and it's wonderful and amazing, and I flippin' love Gloomhaven. I think it's fantastic. So There you go. And it got a bunch of rating bombs so that people could push other games to the top. So whatever. There you go. Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza is a kid's game. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So this game is rated, where is it? In the top 2,000 games. I don't understand why some games are acceptable and like, oh yeah, like, I don't understand it. I think it's fine, but it's just like a flipping slap game. But then there's other like flipping slap games that are like 20,000 plus because they're stupid kids games. But this one, for whatever reason, gets not a pass, but gets like great. The other one that this happens with is Happy Salmon. Happy Salmon is rated 1464. Like, it's fine, but it's just I don't understand why some of these games like are acceptably like stupid and okay, but the majority of like stupid games are like, oh, that's stupid, and are get rated like a 4. I don't get it. I don't know why these two are. There's probably more, but these two in particular I've noticed have been like, okay. But yeah, Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. It's not a bad game, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's fine. Okay. Ares Expedition. So, I got the new expansions in. So, I think I played it twice, right? I'm probably going to do an after one-ish plays of this, because it should be twice, yeah. I got the new expansion, so I played it the old solo mode, and then I played the new Crisis solo mode. And so I kind of wanted to play it the old way to refresh my brain, and then play the new Crisis mode and kind of get a feel. I really like this game. I really like Ares Expedition. I think it's extremely fun. The one time I played it with somebody else, I played it primarily solo. The one time I played it with somebody else, it took a little longer than I was anticipating. And I think that is a bit of a knock on the game. I think maybe if you had a couple people or a few people who were experienced with the game, it might go quicker. And like I said, I've only played it once with other people. I like the new Crisis mode. It's more thinky. It's longer because you're dealing with more stuff. The original solo mode in Ares Expedition was pretty efficient. Like, you have 25 turns to get stuff done, and that's it. So, yeah, there you go. Ares Expedition. It's great. It's fun. Airland and Sea. This is another one that I tried, got recently and tried, and I think it's a lot of fun. This is a back-and-forth two-player game. Real simple. You got land, air, and sea, and each player has a hand of cards, and they're playing to the different, they're called, like, theaters, because they're theaters of war, and whoever has the most points at the end of the round is the winner and wins a certain number of points. You can retreat at any point if you don't think you're going to win, and then the other person gets less points if you retreat. So, I think it's really good. So, like, each of the cards has some little thing that they'll do, little bonuses. You can flip cards, you can move cards around, and, yeah, I think it's really good. I've only played it the one time. It was super quick. I want to play this one more because I think it's a lot of fun. And I did get the expansion lives and supplies and something else, but you can combine them to make a bigger game. But yeah, real good. I really like it. Back and forth tug of war type thing. It's great. Archaeology, new expedition. This is the second time I played this game. The first time I was okay on it. The second time I played it, I liked it more. I think it's a good little game. We'll play it again, and there's some things you can add in that adds just some more cards, which I think is good, because where the game can suffer is that there's sandstorms that happen in the game that can kind of mess up your plans, and so I think if you stack some more cards in the deck, those sandstorms are less impactful. They'll still be impactful for sure, but I think that adding those, it's meant to be a quick game, a little 20-minute filler. and it's just like a set collection game. But then there's these little, you have these different ruins, I don't know exactly what they're called, or monuments or whatever, that add a little bit of flair to the game too, because there's these treasure cards you can get, then you spend the treasure cards to kind of do different things, and every game is different with these. So it's a good little game. I like it. I like it more the second time I played it. I'm going to throw in those extra cards, and then I think it'll really shine at that. Might come in a little bit longer, like a half hour-ish, but Architects of the West Kingdom. Alright, this is my first ever Shem Phillips game. My first ever Garphill game. I haven't been actively avoiding them for any reason. I just have not. I've never purchased them myself. One of my friends had it, and so I was like, hey, let's get that to the table. I'd like to try it. It's ranked 90 overall. I thought it was good. I think, from what I've heard, the expansion for this really opens it up and really makes it better. I don't know if that's true or not. Components are very good. Yeah, it's an interesting game for sure, in that you start with your 20 workers. You start with 20 workers, and then as you take action, so let's say you place somebody to go get wood, you're going to get 1 wood. But then if you place another person to go get wood, you have 2 people there, now you're going to get 2 pieces of wood. So it's kind of like escalating. But then there's different interactions that you can do with the other people. You can put their people in prison. It's not nice, obviously, but it's not mean to the point of frustration. There's definitely moments where you can be oh, that was annoying that happened, but not to the point where it's this game is dumb. I thought it was a solid game. I wasn't oh my god, this is the best thing ever, but I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. So that's Architects of the West Kingdom. Again, that was a base game, no expansions. First time playing it. I thought it was good. There we go. Architects. Astro-Knights. Astro-Knights re-implements Aeon's End. I love Aeon's End. I got Astro-Knights. I got it to the table pretty quickly. It's good. It's fun. It's you got your character, then they have special abilities that they can do, or it's a deck building game, deck building boss fighter, and you got the different bosses that you're fighting, and they have different levels that they can level up, and they get stronger and do different things, and they have minions, and it's cool. It's good. It's supposed to be a streamlined version of Aeon's End. I think it does that. The thing that I really like about it, in comparison to Aeon's End, I don't know, these pictures are not good. But let's talk a little bit. Okay, so as a typical deck builder, you have this pool of cards that you can buy from. In Aeon's End, this stack here, or all the stacks, but this stack here, every card is going to be the same. This stack here, every card is going to be the same. What I like about this game is, for the most part, every card is different. I think there might be 2 copies of some of the cards in there, but so you're going to cycle through more cards and more different cards. So instead of buying the same money card, the same weapon card, the same over and over, you get a variety. I think that's brilliant. The slots are brilliant. This is how many weapons you can have. You can buy slots and you get it. So you don't have to unlock the breaches and twist and turn. It is more streamlined. It's cool. They have these little boxes for the bosses. So you just pull the box out. Boom, you're ready to go. It's got everything inside of it that you need. It is a streamlined version of Aeon's End. That's exactly what it is. Some people don't like the space theme. They don't like the artwork. I'm not going to say I don't like it. I also don't dislike it. I'm fine with it. And I think that what it does with the system makes it makes it more likely to hit the table, and it makes it quick and fun. That's my, after one play, that's my quick little rundown of it. I think it's very good. Astro-Knights. Candyland, whatever, it's Candyland. It's a kid's game. We did put candy on the board, and whenever we landed on it, we got the candy, so that was something, I guess. Dice Throne, Season 2 Battle Chess. Dice Throne is Battle Yahtzee. Everyone has a character, and you fight each other, playing Yahtzee style. You have these abilities on here, depending on your dice rolls. You're trying to get different combinations of symbols and or straights to use your abilities to try and hit the other person and get them down. And it's good. It's Battle Yahtzee, and it's fun. I like it. Dice Throne. There's 8 different characters in a battle chest, but there's like 2 battle chests, and then there's a Marvel chest, and there's a bunch of extra stuff. There's probably like 50 characters if you wanted to get into it that much. I have 1 battle chest. I think it's fine. I don't play it enough to need that much more variety. So, Dice Throne. Don't Wake Daddy. It's a kid's game. I'm not going to get into it. Furnace. I love Furnace. I love Furnace so much. It is so good. I don't know why I haven't rated it. I have a problem. I have a problem where it's hard for me to come to a decision on a game. And not just games, like other things. My wife will be like, oh, hey, what'd you think of that meal? And I'll be like, or what do you think? I'll take a bite of food. She'll be like, what do you think? And I can't just like be like, oh, it's really good. I have to like process it. It's the same thing with games. It takes me a long time to process what like truly my rating is for a game. Like every time I play this game, I really, really, really enjoy it. It's probably up in the 9-ish range. 8 to 9, probably leaning towards a 9. I'm not going to rate it right now. I just really like it. I think it's so good. I have so much fun playing it every time. I don't know if I've ever won it, but man, I really like it. It's great. It's an engine building game. Bidding. You bid on different buildings. The bidding system is great. And then the engine. So I'll give you a little hint on the in the bidding system. So whoever has the biggest disc gets the card. Whoever is not the biggest disc is going to get whatever the value times whatever resources. So this white player is going to get 1 time, they're going to get 2 coal. This player is going to get, it's a 2 disc, so they're going to get 4 coal. This is a 3 disc, they're going to get 6 coal. And then this person doesn't get any coal, but they get the card, which they can then put into their engine. 4 rounds of that, boom, you're done. It's great, it's fantastic. I love Furnace very, very much. Happy Salmon, there it is. I told you about it. Whatever, it's fine. Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep I busted out because I was introducing some people to worker placement game. We just kind of wanted to get a little... It was fun. I had fun. I think 7 is probably pretty good, even after playing it for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's fine. I mean, 7 is better than 5. 7 is good. It's a good game. And I had fun with it, but I'm not, like, over the moon about it. I just think it's a good game. So, there we go. Lords of Waterdeep. It's fun. Marvel Remix. Re-implements Fantasy Realms. Fantasy Realms I've never played. I like the Marvel theme, so I was like, cool, we'll try it out. It's quick. This baby is quick. Almost too quick. But I've only played it once, so I can't fully analyze whether that's an accurate statement or not. But it seemed to go quickly. And in our particular game, I started out with a hand that had a lot of synergies, and I just ran away with the game. So I don't know if that's an issue or not. I want to play it more to see if that's a problem or if that just was a fluke. But it seems like if you have early game synergies, because you're not necessarily rotating through a ton of cards, so you can't cultivate a very perfect deck, because you don't have enough time. But, yeah, Marvel Remix is pretty good. Pretty good first impression. Mission Red Planet. I really like this game. Mission Red Planet is... Let me see if I can find... I probably can't. Okay. So, yeah. So you have these different... Everyone has the same set of cards, 1 through 9. All the cards are the same. So everyone has an 8 Explorer. Everyone has a 7 Scientist. Everyone has a 5 Saboteur. And they all do the exact same things, but you don't know what the other player is going to pick. And then you do a countdown from 9 to 1. When your number shows up, you play that. And you are essentially trying to get control on Mars. You're trying to get your little astronauts into the different sectors of Mars to claim the different resources. If you have majority, it's area majority. And so then there's these rocket ships that are going to take off, and so it's a lot of fun. I really like it. I think it's a quick, clean game that I have a lot of fun with. So Mission Red Planet is a big it's a big thumbs up for me. It's one I haven't rated because I'm me. My First Castle Panic, I like this one. I like, as a kid's game, I think this is fun. It's My First Castle Panic. It's Castle Panic, but for kids. Lyra loves it. That's my daughter. Pokemon Master Trainer, another one my daughter loves. It's just a Pokemon game. Quacks & Co. Quedlinburg Dash. This is the kids' version of Quacks of Quedlinburg. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like what it does. There's two different sides of the board, so you can play a shorter game, you can play a longer game, but realistically, like, the game is a kid's version of Quacks of Quedlinburg, and it's fun. I like it. I wish my kids liked it more, because I would play it with them way more than I would play Guess Who. But hey, is what it is. Scythe. Scythe is Scythe. Big ol' Stonemaier game. Got this to the table, and it's good. Scythe is a good game. It's a efficiency puzzle, and yeah. I had a lot of fun playing it. I haven't played it in a while, so it was good to get out and good to see and good to get to the table and play. And I definitely had fun with it. And it's a great game. Scythe is a great game. Action selection, you're moving around on the board, you're collecting resources, you're fighting occasionally. So, yeah. Scythe is good stuff. Sherlock Files, Elementary Entries. Alright, this is a little solo situation that I got, I don't remember what, from, let's see, Indie Board and Cards. I think it might have actually came with Astro Knights. And they're like, here you go, play this little game. I played the little game. It's fine. It's okay. It's a, like, card thing, and, like, you're solving a little mystery, and you have cards, and you're trying to solve a crime and see what happened, and make the right decisions and get the most points. I'll give it to somebody. It was fun. Skip-Bo, I've never played it before. I thought it was pretty bad. So, yeah. But I played it. And it's just a card game, like you're trying to get rid of your cards, but it's just a lot of luck, and I was not a big fan. But I played it. Soulforge Fusion, I love this game so much. Collectible card game-ish, kind of in the vein of Keyforge, but a little more customization to it. I really like Soulforge Fusion. It might be a 10 for me, but man, it would be a 10 if the components were just trashed here. So yeah, they're bad. I have the neoprene mat, so it makes it like livable, but oh man, it's a really good game. It's really fun. Upgrading cards, making decks, it's just good times. Ticket to Ride. I play with my kids. They like to play it. We play a modified version of it. It doesn't take 16 hours. But they play for a long time, so it still takes a good enough time. But kids like to play it. I like to play with my kids. Turtle Picnic. It's another kids game. It's kind of a matching thing. Undaunted North Africa. This is a new one for me. I played it one time. I liked it. It's a little two-player skirmish game. It's scenario-based. Played the first scenario, so it was like really chill. It does introduce vehicles. In the first scenario, you don't play with vehicles at all, so I am excited to play more, get the vehicles. But yeah, a quick playtime, definitely. It's a deck builder. I really like deck building, and so you're kind of deck building and putting in different vehicles and or people that you can use to try and win that particular battle and take over the areas. So yeah, I liked it. Undaunted North Africa. I didn't like it enough yet. I've only played it once to like go out and buy all the Undaunted stuff, because I think there's enough in that one box where I won't need to do that. Plus I have enough games. So there we go. And then finally, Wingspan. Wingspan is Wingspan. Man, I really like Wingspan. I think it's just a fantastic game. It's just really, really, really good. I think it's really good. I think it's really fun. I think it's fantastic. I really like Wingspan. Just an engine building bird game. Like it's just lots of fun. I just really like it. What more can I say? It's Wingspan. If you don't know Wingspan, then you should check it out because it's brilliant and wonderful, especially if you like nature stuff. So there we go. That was my February 2023. I don't know how many games I played. I want to say, I think it was like in the 70s, I think. 71 games I played. Arguably, a bunch of those are kids' games, so probably somewhere in the 40s of games I played. It's 10 games a Friday. That's a big thing. Yeah. I'm hoping that this will see a bunch of plays in March, and ISS Vanguard will show up on the list somewhere. That is my mission for March, is to get through the campaign of Assassin's Creed and get ISS Vanguard to the table. I'm saying it out loud to all you people out there in the ether so that it hopefully happens. One of the things about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, it's really quick. The missions are pretty quick. The game is very efficient in what it does and how it works, and you can get things done quickly. That being said, it's almost more setup and in between, because you're dealing with your headquarter phase. There's almost more time spent setting up in headquarter phase than the actual. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is interesting that the missions themselves seem to be pretty quick. Some of them. It just kind of depends on how they shake out. Like the one I played yesterday, I don't know. The one I played recently was extremely quick, but it can be different. But the game system, once I learned it, once I figured it out, is very snappy and very. It's real. I don't want to say clean, but it's very snappy and it's pretty, by the numbers. You do this, then this happens, and you can really get the game moving a lot. I think even if you played with 4 players, it could be a pretty quick situation. So, yeah, that's my thought on this. Hopefully, we're going to get this to the table a bunch next month, finish it off, and I will be talking about ISS Vanguard. I really hope that happens. But anyway, you can have 31 points because you're cool. And I love you. Keep on keeping on. Have fun. Play games. Play games with your kids, even if they suck, because you know what? Your kids are cool. And even if you're not, playing games with them will make them more cool. So, anyway, love ya. Keep on keeping on. Bye.